Morning everyone, thanks for tuning in and watching the latest video. So you've just caught me feeding the stump here. We're trying to attract woodpeckers. So a little bit of background. We're trying to find the best location to put our new bird hide. We've got a meadow up here, and we've got another meadow down there, and a fruit patch, we've got a pond down here. So we've been trying a few different locations out, and it turns out that, seems to be anyway so far, that the best place to put the bird hide is right over there. We've set a temporary hide up there for a couple of weeks now, and some temporary perches and feeding station, and just to see how it goes really. And so far it's been all right. We've got quite a few sort of garden birds, your blue tits and robins and things have been coming up onto the perches, and we've got some quite nice pictures in the background. It's nicely sort of out of focus down there, particularly when I'm using the 150 to 600 zoom lens, and at the far end of that lens that throws the background really nice out of focus, nice and soft, and it really works well. We have the sun comes up behind us over there again, so we get the sun coming onto the perches in the morning, and then in the evening the sun sets over there, so we should get some really nice kind of backlit images as well. So fingers crossed, I think that's going to be the best place for it, and we're going to be building that in the new year. And when I do that, I'll document it, because it's going to be quite an interesting build, because we're going to be sinking it right down into the ground so we can get some kind of really nice low level images. With that in mind, we did get the woodpecker on this feeding post, as I said, so I thought, well, let's set up a proper woodpecker perch. All I've done, I found this branch here which has fallen down from one of our many trees. I've nailed it to a couple of 4x2s down on the bottom there. At the moment it's also perched up on a couple of building blocks, because everywhere around here the ground slopes. It's just, yeah, it's Wales, it's pretty hilly, so everywhere's not flat. As you can see, the chickens are liking it because they're getting a few crumbs. I've drilled a few holes in the post here, and I'm just stuffing it full of nuts, mealworms, suet pellets, anything that really that's going to attract the woodpecker. And yeah, hopefully, I've drilled quite a few holes on both sides. The idea being that it's going to keep the woodpecker on the post for quite some time, and give us plenty of opportunity to get some video footage and some still shots in action, as it were. And who knows, we might get some other birds or animals as well. We get quite a lot of squirrels around here, and obviously a myriad of all kinds of other birds. So yeah, fingers crossed, let's see what we get. Watch this space. Good morning, how are you doing? We're in the hide. It's the next morning, as you might have gathered. I left the perch up all night, and thought I'd come back today because the weather was supposed to look a little bit better today, and it hasn't disappointed. Beautiful day. We've got mist down in the valley. We're just slightly above the mist here, so we've got some sunshine, and yeah, it's just creating a really beautiful background because it's really kind of white and soft, so absolutely gorgeous. So I'm in my little pop-up hide. It's only a little sort of cheap thing, but it is only a temporary one. We'll just put it up here so that I can test out the shooting positions for where the new hide is going to be. I think this is probably the winner, this space here. It's gorgeous views, beautiful backdrops, and we've got plenty of options to build perches, reflection pools, maybe a dry wall. Hopefully going to put a perch up for buzzards, kites, owls, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's looking promising, as is this morning. So far this morning we have had a squirrel, first of all, visitor, a mummy squirrel. I think she must have either had a litter not long ago or is maybe even pregnant again. I don't know, because she's looking very experienced, shall we say. So she was here for quite a while. We don't encourage the grey squirrels, obviously, because they cause problems with the red squirrels, but at the end of the day we can't stop them either. So if they're here, I'm going to film them, I'm going to photograph them. We have had the woodpecker, what I was hoping to get. He was on that perch for quite a long time, moving up and down between those holes that I drilled, so that was really pleasing. Got some great video footage of him and some lovely pictures as well. The other thing was we got a nuthatch came and visited, a coal tit, a jay, and your usual sort of suspect, the robin, blue tits, etc. So yeah, so far pretty successful. It's gone very well. Video footage is looking really nice. I have mounted the camera on my video head. That is the Manfrotto, whatever it's called now, the MVH502, I think it is, fluid head. That's great for video. Just keeps that camera so still, particularly when you're shooting at the 600mm end of the lens. And for video, I shoot in the DX mode, and so you're effectively shooting with a 900mm, something like that. So you've got to keep it really steady. And this this tripod head with that fluid head, it works brilliantly. Yeah, I've got that, and I've got it on my Manfrotto tripod as well. The video head, incidentally, I've probably had that for about 20 years. You can still buy the same model today, so that shows you how good it is. I will post the model number of the head up, because I think I probably got that number wrong when I said it a minute ago, but I will check. So I'm going to give it another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to head back down to the house and start doing some editing and see what this footage looks like on the big screen. I'll post the results shortly.